Hello, this is T-Walker aka Tanner doing a response video to CitiCite the RPG Avenger 184, all that good stuff. And this will be my second attempt doing this video because I apparently moved too fast in my, funny that I should respond to a speed video, too fast in my last video and my camera went crazy. Anyway, first point I would like to make, and I will try my best to remain calm during this because this is a little bit of a frustration of mine. You say that dexterity is speed. You are wrong. Dexterity is not speed. Dexterity has nothing to do with speed. Nothing. Dexterity has absolutely nothing to do with speed. Now I will explain myself. Dexterity is not a measure of how fast you move. Dexterity is a measure of how well you move. Alright? Let me do a example. I have this cap and this fanoodle. If I toss this cap up in the air, I'm not going to do it, I think that might have been what froze my computer last time. Toss this cap up in the air and bat at it with the fanoodle. Alright? Sorry. My dexterity is allowing me to hit it, yes. But my dexterity is not affecting how fast I strike. Alright? Being able to make this fanoodle swing faster is not a measure of dexterity. Being able to make this fanoodle move fast and then hit something is. Alright? Dexterity works in tangent, tangent's the wrong word. In parallel with speed. As speed goes up, you're required to have a higher dexterity to function at those speeds. I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent right now. There is a bug, I think it's called the tiger beetle. Now, they say if the tiger beetle were the size of a human, it would be able to run about 500 miles per hour. It's that fast. Alright? But since it runs so fast, it can only run in a straight line. It cannot turn. It has to stop. It also becomes blinded when it runs this fast. And you'll get my point in a second. It's running fast. However, it cannot turn. That speed is based off its strength, not its dexterity. If it were a dexterous animal, it would be able to move and turn and be nimble, but it's not. However, it is a fast animal. Alright, that's my point, is that dexterity allows you to be accurate and control your muscles whilst moving at fast speeds. It does not allow you to move at fast speeds. Alright? Now you're saying, what does? Strength. Strength is what allows you to move quickly. Alright? Strength is what allows you to move fast. Dexterity is what allows you to move well. Alright? Now you're saying, okay, well, what about Brock Lesnar? The guy is huge. The guy has no neck. He is sheer, solid muscle. I mean, compared to, Bruce Lee, he's not very fast. You're right. Because, even though Brock Lesnar is immensely fast for his size, sorry, speed is equal to strength when size and weight are taken into consideration. Speed equals strength in comparison to weight. That's why when you get these really burly but very strong guys, they don't move as fast. Because the weight. Now, that's why Bruce Lee can move very fast. Now I'm saying Bruce Lee is a very dexterous guy, but his speed is not drawn from his dexterity. His accuracy is. His ability to hit things while moving fast, that's his dexterity. But his speed itself is drawn from his strength in comparison to his size. Bruce Lee is a very small guy, but for being a very small guy, he's also very strong. This is what makes him so quick. Alright? Speed is a measure of strength in comparison to weight. That's my first point. Now, you say, okay, well that still doesn't help me with why don't they get more actions. Okay. So you're saying, why doesn't the guy trained with a sword all of his life, he's been studying the ways of the sword since the day he was born, why does he not move faster than random guy who's picked up his sword, and is just swinging around wildly? I'll tell you. I can pretend this is sped up because if I do it too fast my computer will freak out. I can make a strike, right? Now that strike I just did, here I'll do a better one, is not very elegant, but it is quick. If you sped that up, I can pull off this strike in a very, very short amount of time. However, the parry and thrust takes a little bit more time, or the same time, depending on your strength and your size. But it is more elegant. And it is going to allow me to hit my target with more accuracy, whereas the quick strike like this, most of the time, is not, because it's an inelegant strike, and although it is fast, it is predictable, and you can see where it's coming from and where it's going to move. Now, like I said, speed and dexterity work with each other. They are not the same thing. The other guy, he moves just as quick, but he tricks your mind. You think he's going to come from over here, and all of a sudden, boom, he comes across, or he goes in, right? So, the person with higher dexterity, while he may move at the same speed, is moving better. He is more accurate. He's able to hit the target, whereas the other person is not, because he has, as you said, he's using better moves. Now, that still doesn't answer, well, why don't we have, if speed is based off strength, why aren't stronger characters who are smaller able to move more in D&D? Because it's complicated. That's why. You want a reason? You want a mechanical reason? Because that is hard to do. Taking that out makes the battle run a little bit smoother. Now, you have a problem with that, as did I. You want my suggestion? Play my system. No, but you want to see a system that actually has quicker characters acting quicker? Maybe hop on Skype. My Skype name is twalker1, and I will explain to you how my system works. Right now, I'm just going to give you a little snippet of the main idea. This is not exactly how it works, nor does it use a D6, which I'm going to use as an example because it's really easy, but this is the kind of main idea of the system. Say you're average Joe. You got average strength, average size. The time it takes you to do an action is going to be 6 plus 1d6. Alright? Now you say you have the same strength as average Joe, but you're half the size, right? Or you're less size, so you weigh less. Your action, the time it takes you to do your action is going to be 6 plus 2d6. But you take the lower of the rolls. Alright? So this means you're rolling 2 dice, but only taking the lower one, which means you're going to roll lower than average Joe most of the time. Now, as you get stronger and your weight goes down, you're going to start rolling more dice and taking the lowest, which will eventually get you to the fastest you can ever possibly move. Alright? Now, say you're really fat, and you are Joe, the, average guy who just happens to weigh 500 pounds. Maybe that's too much, but you're going to roll, or you're wearing a lot of armor, because that adds to your weight, remember. You're going to roll, it's going to be 6 plus 2d6, taking the higher. And as you get bigger and bigger and bigger, or weigh more and more and more, add 3d6, 4d6, 5d6. So you start to roll more, and your action starts to take you longer and longer, because remember, you're taking the highest roll. You're not adding together, you're taking the highest. And that's how long it takes you to pull off your action. Anyway, I think I've discussed a lot of what you said. Good luck in dealing with that. I hope you find a way to do it. Like I said, my Skype name is T as in Tanner, E as in Ethan, Walker as in Walker, 1, the number 1, and that's my Skype name. You want Skype? And that goes to anybody. You guys ever want Skype? I'm on a lot of the time. Go ahead and add me. Anyway, this has been T Walker, aka Tanner, and I'm signing off.